Hello guys, I'm sorry I didn't get to do a Thanksgiving video, but I'll do a Christmas one. I got a new book. I got plenty of books, I just haven't had time to read them, and I apologize. I'm gonna read Frosty the Snowman by A Little Golden Book. It all started with snow, the first snow of the season. As every child knows, there's a certain magic to the very first snow, and when it falls on the day before Christmas, something wonderful is bound to happen. Children, back to your seats, called the teacher. The snow can wait. I've hired Professor Hinkle, the magician, to certain us for our Christmas party. Unfortunately, Professor Hinkle was just about the worst magician in the world. And so I put the eggs into my magic hat, said Professor Hinkle. Abracadabra. And voila! The eggs have turned into a mess. Where is my rabbit? Hocus Pocus, where are you? He didn't know that his rabbit, Hocus Pocus, was hiding in the hat. The only thing this hat is good for is the trash can, said Professor Hinkle. But the hat didn't stay in the trash for long. The hat, with Hocus Pocus underneath, hopped out the door. That was when the bell rang and the children were free for the whole Christmas holiday. I love the smell of new books. They smell good. Hey, look at the snow, cried the children as they ran outside. They worked together to build the first snowman of the season. Once the children had given him eyes, a nose, and a mouth, it was time to name him. How about Frosty? Asked Karen. Frosty the Snowman. The children danced around Frosty as they sang about his button nose and his eyes made out of coal. Come back here, you, cried Professor Hinkle, chasing Hocus Pocus. Suddenly a gust of wind blew the hat onto Frosty's head. I love building snowmen. Happy birthday, said the snowman. Karen gasped and said, that hat brought Frosty to life. It must be magic. When Professor Hinkle heard that, he wanted the hat back. But it's not yours anymore, protested Karen. That hat will make me a millionaire, said the greedy magician, taking the hat back. Hocus Pocus felt that hat really did belong to Frosty, so he hopped back to Frosty, the children, as fast as he could, to return the magic hat. What a greedy magician. That's what I hate about the world, is greed. Money is the root of all evil to me, but you gotta have it to survive. You don't need to be a millionaire. You don't need to be greedy about money when it comes to money. I just hate it. People are so selfish over money. They get too ahead of themselves sometimes, and they do really bad things to get money. It's really sad. when you can just go out and work for it? Get a job. If you can't get hired, keep trying. I'm sure somebody will hire you. Somewhere. Never give up. You don't do bad things for money. And you don't be greedy, because greed will get you nowhere, but in a bad place. Happy birthday, said Frosty again, as soon as the hat was placed on his head. Hey, I said my first words. I'm alive. What a neat thing to happen to a nice guy like me. The magic hat made Frosty dance around. The children cheered as Frosty began to laugh and play with them. There had never been such a wonderful winter day. Let's say, if I seen a snowman that I built come alive, I wouldn't know what to do. I would probably be scared and run. I'd be like, hey, oh my gosh, it's alive. What the heck? I wouldn't know what to do. When the sun peeked out from behind the clouds, Frosty exclaimed, oh, I'm all wishy-washy. I'm starting to melt. The children knew they needed to take Frosty someplace where he'd never melt, like the chilly North Pole. They decided to go to the railroad station and find a train for Frosty. Let's have a parade through town, shouted Frosty. Come on, kids, follow the leader. All too soon, it was time for the train and Frosty to leave. I'll go with you, Frosty, said Karen. I'm sure I'll be back in time for supper. Karen, Frosty, and Hocus Pocus jumped into a refrigerated boxcar on a freight train heading north. No one saw Professor Hinkle sneak under the train car and hold on. Oh dear, that troubled greedy person. Professor Hinkle is after that hat. So he had to climb up under the train and sneak and hide with his greedy old self. Oh, you gotta watch for that. A refrigerated boxcar is a splendid way to travel. Splendid, that is, if one is a snowman or a furry-coated rabbit. But for a little girl like Karen, it was just too cold. So when the freight train made a stop, Frosty got them all out. No one saw Professor Hinkle jump off too. Frosty took Karen and the Hocus Pocus to a wooden glen where they found animals. Decorating the trees for their big celebration, they knew Santa Claus was coming that night. After Hocus Pocus spoke to the animals, they agreed to build a campfire to keep Karen warm. But it didn't take long for Professor Hinkle to catch up with the friends, of course. What a stupid Professor Hinkle. He just don't know how to leave him alone, does he? Get on my shoulders, Karen, cried Frosty. Frosty, since he was made of snow, was the fastest belly whopper in the world. Soon he and Karen were sliding down a hill, leaving that greedy Professor Hinkle far behind. That's the perfect word, greedy, yes. At the bottom of the hill was a teeny greenhouse for growing tropical poinsettias for Christmas. It was the perfect place for Karen to stay warm. Frosty, you'll not in here, warned Karen. I'll only stay inside for a minute, Frosty assured her, but that nasty Professor Hinkle caught up with them once again. He locked the door, trapping the friends inside. Ugh. See what greed turns you into? A bad person. Locking the door on children to trap them in. Who would ever do something like that? Greed will blind you and make you into a bad person. That night, Hocus Pocus led Santa Claus to the greenhouse to save Frosty. But by then, poor Frosty had melted completely. Don't cry, Karen, said Santa kindly. Frosty's not gone for good. You see, he was made out of Christmas snow. You can bet your boots that when a good jolly December wind kisses it, it'll turn into Christmas snow all over again. Just watch. Santa opened the door, and when the wind whirled in and out, Frosty was back. Santa was about to place the magic hat on Frosty's head when Professor Hinkle shouted, I want that hat, and I want it now. Santa replied, if you touch this hat, I'll never bring you another Christmas present. Go home right now and write, I am very sorry for what I did to Frosty 100 zillion times. Then maybe, just maybe, you'll find something in your stocking tomorrow morning. Professor Hinkle was very sorry indeed, and he ran straight home to start writing. Happy birthday, said Frosty once more. Karen was happy to see her friend again, but now it was time to go home. Santa put Karen in his sleigh and promised her that he would take Frosty back to the North Pole with him. Then hated to say goodbye. Karen hated to say goodbye to Frosty, but Santa said that Frosty could return every year with the magical Christmas snow. Frosty waved goodbye as he hurried on his way. He shouted, I promise to return the following Christmas and every year. He did just that. Merry Christmas, the end. That was cool. I like these little books. A little golden book. I'd like to get the collection of them. Thank you for watching. And please subscribe. Please subscribe to these videos. We really need help on getting subscribers so we can go live at least one time. And by we, I mean me and Selena and little Miss Gingerlyn beside me. I hope everybody has a great and wonderful Christmas, and it feels good to do another video. It's been a while. And I finally got time to manage to do one. I'm going to do my best to make more time to read more. But this is the Christmas book that I wanted to read. And once little Miss Selena opens her present, one of her presents, you'll get to see the book that I got her. I'll read it on Christmas night. I can't wait for you all to see it. It's a wonderful book. And she's gonna love it too. I love it. Thank you for watching. I hope you like my Christmas tree. I love Christmas. I decorate it everywhere. Oh, in this little apartment. I think I went a little too far. I just gotta show you. I don't only have this Christmas tree, but I got all that, and I got little bulbs with my family's name on them, and the ones that's passed away as well. And on that side, Cody's side of the family, there's Charlie. I had to put Cody's brother beside of him. I just had to. And me beside Cody. And then beside Charlie, I had to put James, which is one of Cody's another brothers, pretty much. And then James's mom, and so on and so forth. Lexi, and Emily, and Nicole. I had to put them on here. And then the stockings I made for Sissy and Sissy's. I put Selena's on that one and put a diamond in the middle of the snowflake. They're matching stockings. And then I couldn't do the letters for Ginger because Selena, the name Selena, she took all the N's, or she took all the E's, and I couldn't get an extra E for Ginger, an extra 2 E's because I didn't have enough. So I just put Gigi, which is her nickname. I got both of their stockings finished. They're gonna love them. And then over here is another Christmas tree. This is the one I used last year because this is the only one that I had to use. So, and then this year we're going to do something that we've never done, which is a gingerbread house. On Christmas Eve night, me, Selena, and Ginger are going to put this together. We cannot wait. It'll be all of our first times doing it. And I have everything all decorated. It's so nice. I just absolutely love it. I love lights. They're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. So, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas, and please like and subscribe, and I will do my best to see you again and read another book. It may not be a Christmas book, but I know on Christmas night I got a great one to read you. Thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Christmas. Please subscribe and please like.